Hey everyone, it's JoJo, and I'm here to do one of my little sit-down videos. Yeah, I think I like to do these at least once a month. Just sit down and talk. You know, it's good to talk about your feelings and everything. And you can consider this drama videos, whatever, but I like to consider just sitting down, talking to you guys, and just venting and just opening up and having open conversation, because it's great, to review the Bath and Body Works, have makeup tutorials, all that. It's fun, but I like to get a little deeper sometimes. So these videos are for that. So first and foremost, put on some Bell Cream. Love this time. Okay, so I wanted to talk about 90s Con. So I didn't really mention it. I lightly mentioned, I think, in my candle ranking video of the Disney and Bath & Body Works candles and stuff. I mentioned it lightly at the very end of the video that I was going to 90s Con. So I purchased my ticket last September. The tickets go on sale really early. And BravoCon, did I say BravoCon? 90s Con. 90s Con, not BravoCon, 90s Con. The tickets go on sale, and actually I want to go on BravoCon too, actually. That's not a bad idea, BravoCon. But 90s Con tickets go on sale at the, I don't know, earliest August, I don't know. But then the convention is from March 28th to the 30th, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This year was 20th to 30th. And it's in Connecticut. It's 2 hours away from me. I was gonna film a whole vlog. I was gonna have, do a whole thing on it. I never ended up going. I already purchased my ticket. It was a whole thing. I'll get into it. First, I want to talk about, you really don't know who's going to be at this 90s Con, right? Because every year, different people go. It's just everyone from the 90s, right? Could be from sitcoms, movies, TV shows, pop culture, whatever. So this year, the cast of Beverly Hills 90210 was there, which I was really excited. The Lawrence brothers. There was the cast of Charmed. A couple of characters from Halloween Town from the Disney Channel movie. There was so many. Wilson Phillips was there, I think. Saved by the Bell, cast from Saved by the Bell. But overall, I was hoping for a little bit more. There was a cast of Scream. Neve Campbell was going to be there, but she couldn't go because she had filming conflicts. She's currently filming the new Scream movie, Scream 7, which is coming out next year. So she's in the midst of filming that. So she could not get out of it, so she could not have come to 90s Con, but she was supposed to be there. So there was some people from Scream, but I don't know. I would have liked a little bit more, I guess. I don't know, from the people. Like, I would have liked the Hanson brothers. I would have liked the cast of Full House. Full House is normally there, so I'm surprised they weren't there this year. There's one in LA, I think, and there's one in Connecticut. There might be one in Florida too, I'm not entirely sure. But the one in Connecticut obviously is closest to me. It's like a 2-hour drive. Yeah, I was hoping for a little bit more. I know I'm asking for much. Britney Spears probably wouldn't go to this. There's some certain celebrities that just won't go to this convention, like, I don't know if they're too famous or too popular for that. Like, I feel like it would be a whole mob scene at that point. So they can't bring people like, Britney Spears. And I was hoping more like NSYNC, more characters from, there was one Backstreet Boy there. But I guess they thought if Nick Carter and all the Backstreet Boys went, it would have been a complete mob scene. And they wanted everyone to have their spotlight, right? They didn't want to just be all about the NSYNC people or Backstreet Boys. Like, they wanted, like, everyone to have their own moment, right? And I feel like they probably would have outshined everyone else if they were there. But I was hoping for a little more. You don't know who you're going to get because they add the people on throughout the months, right? So you don't know who's going to be there. I got the Saturday ticket. Now, I wanted to do the VIP. The VIP was sold out right away, and there's a reason for that. The general admission ticket is not worth it, in my opinion. I didn't see it before, and now looking at it, now I got more information of the convention. The general admission ticket doesn't do much for you. The only thing it does for you, it gets you in, and then you can sit in the back and view the panels when they do the Q&A. You can sit all the way in the back. You might not be able to ask a question because you're going to be seated all the way in the back, right? So it's going to be hard to raise your hand, and they'll pick you from the back. They might, they may not, I don't know. But that's all it does. Everything else is add-ons. So photographs, pictures. This is probably for any convention, right? There's I don't know if I know there's a Comic-Con convention. There's BravoCon. There's probably for a lot of these different conventions, right? The autographs and the pictures are individual. You have to add on, right? So each autograph and picture, the majority of them were $60 each. So that adds up. So, and then not counting like, there's an after party, which is like an extra 90 something dollars for that ticket. So everything adds up, right? So the general admission ticket doesn't do much for you, honestly, to be quite honest with you. It starts at 10 a.m. and then ends at 6, the Saturday one. The Sunday one starts at 10, ends at 5. And Friday, I think, is the shortest one. I think it's like 2 to 6. So the general admission ticket for Friday is definitely not worth it. The general admission ticket for Sunday is whatever. The Saturday one, I guess, is the most because it's the most hours you can get out of it. But honestly, it's still not worth it. The VIP is where it's at. So the VIP ticket gives you so much. It is $300, I think. But when you think about it, it's worth the price because it gives you so much. You can sit in the front, first come, first serve with the panels. You get, I think, 6 autographs and pictures of your choosing with the VIP. You get a whole like gift bag bundle of all this merch from 90s Con for free. And then you do get the after party for free with the VIP bundle deal. So you don't need to pay extra for that either. And of course, first come first, the VIP, you sit in the front of the panels. You probably get first serve, in the lines when you get the autographs and pictures, It does a lot for you than the general admission ticket. So I was like, I felt stupid getting the general admission ticket. I was like, but the VIP ticket was already sold out, and I understand why, because, the general admission tickets aren't worth it. But you know what? I was like, oh, and also the VIP gives you all 3 days, not just one. General admission ticket, you only have to pick one. You can only pick one day, but the VIP, you can do all 3 days if you want to. So if you're traveling from a different state or somewhere else and you're staying the night at a hotel, you can do all 3 days with this VIP. Just that one ticket, you can do all 3 days. But yeah, I mean, so what happened was I was planning on going. Yes, I realized general admission ticket wasn't worth it, but I was still really wanted to go. I was like, you know what, might as well still go, right? I can go, view the panels, I'll get some souvenirs, and that was it, really. There was nothing else I could do. And I was going to be by myself. I was going to be completely by myself. My friend couldn't go last minute, so I was going to be completely by myself, which I'm fine with. I mean, I would have vlogged, I would have had a good time by myself, but, I wouldn't have gotten pictures with anyone, because those are $60 that adds on. I might have gotten one picture. I don't know who I would have chose, maybe Tori Spelling, but it is what it is. What happened was, though, is that I woke up really early. I wasn't going to spend the night in Connecticut. I'm a 2-hour drive. It's not that bad. I was fine with it. So I woke up at like 6 a.m. So I thought that was enough time, right? Because like when you think about it, 6 a.m., it takes me 3 hours to get ready. It takes me 2 hours to get there. So yeah, that's like, I would probably got there 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, which I would have been fine with. I actually would have been fine with that. Again, general admission ticket, you're not doing much. So I mean, 5-6 hours there is more than plenty. So, I was getting ready. I did a really pretty makeup look. I took a shower. I did everything, right? Shaved, did my makeup, my hair, all that. It was around, I want to say 10 to 11 o'clock, maybe 10 o'clock, I would say. It was like around 10 o'clock. And I was about to leave the house. And actually, I already filmed the intro to my 90s, the 90s vlog, the 90s Con vlog. I literally filmed the intro to it. I filmed it in the dining room. And I just filmed it. I was like, come with me to 90s Con. I filmed the whole intro. And then my stomach started. And I was like, oh shit, like a 2-hour drive. I don't want to have an attack. Because when my stomach starts, it shows no mercy. It shows no mercy. It comes over me. I cannot. It hurts. My stomach hurts, everything. I'm completely just out of my, like, I don't know, I get anxiety, I get panic, I'm like, oh my god, my stomach. So I had to run upstairs. Luckily this didn't happen at the convention, or maybe I should count my lucky stars, because this didn't happen at the convention, didn't happen on the driveway there. At least it happened right before I left the house. There have been times that these attacks come on when, because I remember one of my PA trips, I think I was in the middle of Cracker Barrel with my friend, and then I had an attack, and I said I don't like using public restrooms with my attacks, to be quite honest. I had an attack in Disney World too last year as well. I was in the, I actually talked about in my Toy Story makeup tutorial review and everything. I talked about how I went to Toy Story Land and I ate at Rudy's Roundup, whatever. But actually didn't mention in that video that I did have an attack in the restaurant. I had to go into the bathroom. Luckily, they had an individual bathroom, so I didn't have to go into the women's bathroom and do that. But I have to count my lucky stars. You know, I didn't have to like do this during the car ride there or whatever. I keep baby wipes handy. I use baby wipes. I keep baby wipes handy in the car at all times. So this has happened when I'm out before, and it's rough. So I have to like, you know, find the nearest bathroom because I don't want to have an accident, you know. I'm being very raw. This is these videos I do, these sit down videos I do with you. I completely pull the curtain up. Completely pull the curtain off, telling you exactly how I feel, what's going on, and this is just where I really get deep in these videos. So that's happened. Then I think I want to say it lasted for about an hour or so, and then I was leaving the house around 12. And then I was still like, no, I'll get there. I'm driving there and there's traffic. And it says I'm not going to get there until 3 o'clock. So that means that I'm only going to be spending 3 hours at the convention. It's not, to me, I felt like it wasn't worth it because I don't know how 90s Con works. I don't know if the panels already went up, what time they went up. You know, I could be getting there and the people I really wanted to see was Beverly Hills 90210, maybe Saved by the Bell, and maybe Scream. I was like, what happens if those panels already went up and I'm catching the very end of it and I get there and I'm like, there's only the Charm panel left to do and whatever else. Like, I don't know how it works. So I was like, okay, this is not worth it. Why don't I change the day? So this is when it gets even more complicated. So I decided to turn the car around and go back home at that point. And then I had another attack at home. It's unbelievable. It's like maybe God was watching over me. I was like, you don't want to have an attack in front of the cast of Beverly Hills 90210 because that would be embarrassing, right? Like, imagine. So then I came home and I was bleeding actually too. It wasn't just like, you know what I mean. When I sit in the toilet, you know what happens. But I was actually bleeding too, which is also very scary. And I have now went to the doctor to check that out because I don't know anything about that, but I was bleeding. And it was a lot of blood. I was like, oh my God, like this is really bad. I was wiping, there was blood. I was like, oh my God, I didn't know like what to do. I didn't know if I should like put a pad in my underwear, stick a tampon on my butt. I didn't know because I was like, I was bleeding, you know? But, so I emailed customer service for 90s Con. These conventions are horrible. You call the number, no one picks up. So you can kiss that dream goodbye. You're not going to get anyone on the phone. I decided to email them, which was also a mistake, but I'll tell you that in a second. But I decided to email them and said, listen, like, something had come up. I can't go to the Saturday one. Can I go tomorrow for Sunday and change the day of the ticket? Because I looked online, you can change the name on the ticket, but not the day. That's what it tells you. So, but I said, let me try my luck. Maybe they'll get back to me and I can change the day. So I woke up at like the next day, I woke up 5, 6 o'clock in the morning getting ready. Well, actually I woke up even earlier. It was like 4:30 in the morning. I was like, no, I don't want to run late. I don't want to do this again, whatever, just in case. They didn't email me back. I was like, okay, so they probably can't change the day. So let me just go back to bed. I went back to bed. I count my losses. I said, I'm not going to do 90s Con this year. It wasn't meant to be. It was just a general admission ticket. It is what it is. These tickets are also non-refundable. So I could not get my money back on this. And I knew that too. So it was like, damn, but it was what it was. And I said, let me just go next year, but I'll get the VIP ticket for next year, right? Because that's the most worth it. Then I want to say I woke back up at like 10 something, maybe a little after 10. And I checked my emails and I got an email from 90s Con. And I read the email and I was thinking, okay, they're probably just going to say we can't change the day, right? And then I said, okay, then I would have been fine with it. They did change the day for me for Sunday, for that day. They could do it. But at that point, it was too late. It was like 11 o'clock. By the time I got ready and got there, it would have been 2, 3 o'clock again. And then it would be like, I only got 3 hours again. So it still wouldn't have been worth it. I was like, there'd be no point to this. So I didn't go. Also, I woke up with a really bad migraine that Sunday as well, just letting you know. So I was like, okay, I woke up with really bad, one of my worst migraines. I get headaches a lot and I take a leave for it. This is one of the worst migraines I ever woke up with. I could not believe. So I woke up with the migraine. I was like, oh shit. And I was like, maybe this just wasn't, I said to myself, maybe this just was not worth it. Like, maybe this just wasn't meant to be. Maybe this just was not meant to be for me to go to NinetiesCon this year. So it's just like with Disney World, right? Last year, it just wasn't meant to be. It is what it is. I just have to, there are things that I want to do and it just doesn't end up happening. And I just got to count my losses and I got to just deal with it. So I didn't go to NinetiesCon. I didn't go, but I'm 100% planning on going next year. 100%. I'm definitely getting the VIP ticket. That's worth it. If the VIP ticket's already sold out by the time I go on, I'm probably not getting a general admission ticket. I'm really not. But I'm hoping the VIP is not sold out right away. I really want to get that ticket. I also want to talk about, so that's with NinetiesCon. I would have loved to go. I love the 90s. I was born in the 90s, but it is what it is. Of course, I would have preferred more people there that I was interested in, but it's not a big deal. The after party, by the way, looked fun. They play a bunch of 90s music. Wilson Phillips performs. So it is what it is. I have to count my losses. Okay, next I want to talk about, I'll talk about this next. So I got my nails done the other day. So this was the day actually what day was this? I think this was the day that I was coming back home from, coming back home from that 90s even though I never went. I was like, let me just get my nails done. I don't want to waste my makeup. I was like, you know what? My stomach was feeling a little better at that point, even though later on it started up again. But at that point, I was like, you know what? My stomach was feeling a little bit better. Let me get my nails done. My nails actually really need to get done. I was like, I really want to go NinetiesCon with these nails, but I didn't have time to get my nails done at the time. But I was like, let me just get my nails done, right? So I went to go get my nails done, and it was like another place that I go to. It wasn't the other place I talked about in my last video I did with my nails. It was another place, and I've mentioned them before. They're kind of like a little ditzy. They don't know what they're doing really. They do good nails. I mean, the nails came out pretty. They came out like black with like rainbow glitter on them. They came out pretty. But the point of the story is not actually me getting my nails done. It was what happened in the nail salon. So there was this little girl sitting there, and she was being very rude to me. Very rude to me. And I get she's only 6 years old, and it's really hard to talk to little kids, right? Because I'm not gonna talk to little kids. Like, it's not my place. Even though like she was talking about me and she's making me feel very uncomfortable. This is what little kids do. That's why I want to stay away from little kids, because like they get really nasty and rude to me. I get they don't know. So this is what she said, right? So at first she said, because I came in and the woman was like, oh, hey, JoJo, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. I said, hey, how you doing? Little girl was like, what the hell is a JoJo? What does JoJo mean? What's a JoJo? And at this point, the mother was sitting trying to get a massage. She was sitting there really trying to relax, and her daughter was really just doing it to her. Like, she was like, oh God, please shut up. Like, she was like, oh my God, please shut up. I'm getting my massage. Please, I'll talk to you later. Just let me get my massage. I don't get why she brought the girl, because I'm like, okay, so you know your daughter is like this. Why, if you're getting a massage to relax? I guess she had no one else to watch her. I don't know. But then she was saying things like, why is he getting his nails done? Is she a girl or a boy? Like, who is that? What is that? And I'm like sitting there, and I'm like, and the woman, I guess, was trying not to listen. She heard the whole thing. She was, I get it. Part of me gets it, because, you know, she's in her massage, she doesn't want to be bothered. But another part, it's like, listen, your daughter is making someone feel uncomfortable in this nail salon. You need to say something. You can't just sit there, pretend you don't hear her, getting your little massage, and then your daughter is, like, making someone feel uncomfortable and saying these. You need to reprimand them. This is the problem I have with a bunch of parents that don't reprimand their children when they speak like this. You know, I get they're not like completely saying anything, they're not like cursing at me or whatever, but they're making someone feel uncomfortable, right? I would handle this a completely different way. This is how I would handle it, right? I'd be like, listen, first of all, mind your manners. Don't be saying stuff like that that's rude. That's the first thing I would say to my daughter if she was saying something like this. And then I would say, listen, at that point, I probably would just say, listen, it's a girl. She's a girl. Let her get her nails done. Just to be simple. Because at that point, again, you're not going to explain the whole story, right? That's why I didn't say anything either. Because I'm like, what am I going to say to her? I'm trans. I'm non-binary. She's not going to know what the hell that is. So that's what's like, I'm going to completely just ignore her. But the mother is a parent figure. She should have been the one to reprimand her. She should have said, listen, she's a woman. She's getting her nails done. Let her get her nails done, okay? Leave her alone. mind your manners. That's all she had to say. The mother had to say, that's it. That's all she had to say. Just as simple as that. You don't have to go into detail. Be like, oh, no, she's trans actually. You know, she was born a male. Of course, you're not going to say all that, right? Just be simple with it. She's a girl. She's getting her nails done. Let her get her nails done. Leave her alone. That's it. It's that simple. But I don't know. They have a hard time. Like, there have been times when I have been out and, you know, I don't know, I was taking, you know, I don't know, I was out in the store and, like, someone, employee greeted me. Oh, ma'am. Oh, no, sir. I mean, sir. There was this one rude, oh my God, this actually just happened too. This was like a few months ago. It was at Bath and Body Works. This woman is so nasty. Now, this woman's doing it deliberately, and this is how I know it. Because the first time, I think it was back in December, I went, and she was there, and she kept saying, oh, ma'am, I mean, sir. Ma'am, sir. Oh, ma'am, sir, put your number in. Oh, do you have a coupon, ma'am? I mean, sir? She was making me really uncomfortable. I should have said something I didn't. I don't know why, but I was really uncomfortable. Then I went one of the times, because I've been for these Disney collections so many times these past 2 months, so I don't know which time it was, but I went. I think it was actually one of the first times I went to go sniff the Disney collection, and she was there at the cash rep, and she made me feel very uncomfortable the first time, but this was very busy in the store, so I was like, okay, well, I'll get her, right? I'll have her. I have no other choice. So it was my turn. I went up and, you know, she said something like, she didn't do the ma'am sir thing again, but she was like, what is this? Pointing at me. And then she checked herself because I guess she noticed like she was being really rude. So she's like, oh no, I meant the song. What song is this? What Disney song is this? 'Cause you know they played the Disney songs during this collection in Bath and Body Works. So there was a Disney song playing. It was literally a Whole New World by Aladdin. I'm like, even like the employee, her employee was like, how do you not know this song? Like, it's like the most popular Aladdin song. How do you know? I was like, I'm not familiar with this movie. She knew the song. She was being funny. She was being cute. She's pointing at me saying, what is this? But then she corrected herself. She said, no, what is this song? She knew what she was doing. She 100% knew what she was doing. She's being rude. She's completely deliberate. I should have said something. I really was pissed. Next time if I get her, I'm literally going to say, listen, I do not want to have her again. She did this twice to me. She was being very rude to me, very mean. I need someone else to ring me up, honestly. But I have actually not seen her since that time. And I have been to Bath and Body Works, this Bath and Body Works quite a few times after that. So I have not seen her, but if I see her again, oh, no, it's that's it. Two strikes, you're out. That's it. It's enough now. So yeah, that happened. But this is the thing. We live in a world now that I get it. You don't see someone like me walking the streets every day. I get it. You're not used to it. I understand. But we do exist. You need to be courteous. You can't be rude. You need to be nice. You can't be, you know, you can't be rude. You can't be like, you need to have manners, you know? It's like, you know, it's like literally walking up to a fat girl and be like, are you pregnant? You know, you need to have manners. You cannot just say whatever the fuck you want to say and think it's cute. You know what I mean? Or think it's okay. You can't do that. You really can't. So you need to mind your manners. And there's little kids that act this way. I give them more grace than the adults, right? Because when the adults act like this, it's a bigger problem because they know better. But it's hard. It's hard to walk out of the house and get judged for being who you are, right? It's really, really hard. It's really rough. It's not easy. You know, a lot of people couldn't do what I do. But I do it, you know, and I'm comfortable in my own skin that I can do this. But when it happens in the moment, I do get uncomfortable because I'm like, I don't know how to respond or how to act. This is a little girl. This is a 5-6-year-old girl. She doesn't know better. What do I say? The parent should say something. She's pretending she doesn't hear it. I get it. She's getting her massage. I get it. You know, you want to get your massage. You don't want to be bothered. It's not okay, you know? That's why I try to stay away from little kids out in public because I know that this could happen, and this has happened so many times. That's why at work, like, I try to stay away, and when it happens at work, I try to be nice. There have been times when I have, like, you know, been smart about it, and I've said, like, I'm actually both. I'm a man and a woman. And the little kids are like, what? But I don't know. I don't know what to say to them, honestly. I don't have kids. I don't know what to say to kids. Of course, if I had my own kids, I would bring them up differently, but they're not my kids, so I can't do that. yeah, but that's what happened at the nail salon. Now I want to talk about something a lot more deeper. I'm actually going through a lot. I don't talk about it a lot. You know, I go through depression. I take Prozac for it. I started taking Prozac when my mother died. Right after my mother died, back in 2006, I took it at the beginning of 2007. I really, really got really bad depression. And then I just got more depression. Like, I realized my life would be easier if I was born a woman, right? I mean, my life would be easier. I would have, like, it's hard being lonely. I've been through so many friends that have done me dirty. I don't have much family that I talk to. I never had a boyfriend. So when you get lonely, it gets to you. You get depressed. You get, look, when you get rejected by men every day and you get rejected by your friends constantly, they treat you like shit. Like, it does stuff to your self-esteem. You get a low self-esteem. You feel low about yourself. And it does happen. And, you know, I try to stay strong and not let it get to me. But there are days that it does get to me. I'm like, you know, I have a low self-esteem. I don't think highly of myself. I feel down. I feel depressed. I don't feel like anyone wants me or wants to be my friend or wants to date me. And, like, when you think about it, there's a million guys in the world. Not one wants to be with me. You know, it gets to you. It makes you depressed. It makes you feel like you're not worthy. And it's sad, and it gets to you. It gets to me. I'm not gonna lie. You know, there's a lot of people that don't go through what I go through because, you know, a lot of straight men, straight women, gay women, they find people easily. You know, they have boyfriends and girlfriends they go through. You know, people like me, it's very hard to find someone. So, and then not even just with boyfriends, but just like, or guys dating. It's more like even with friends. Like, I've been through so many friends, and it's hurtful when friends treat you a certain way, and you know, I go through so many friends, and it sucks because when you don't have family, you don't have a significant other, all you have is your friends. And, you know, there's been friends, even the friends I have now, like, there's like a couple that just haven't been treating me right. And, you know, I'm lonely. I don't see them. The friends I do have, I don't even see them. I really barely talk to them. So I get lonely. So I'm depressed. The Prozac helps, but I go through it, you know, I really, really do. And then also with jobs, right? Like, I do work, but, like, of course I want something else, something better. But I also get denied and rejected by job offers constantly every day. You know, I want, like, a career now. I want, like, more money in my pocket. I really want to do something with my life. But it's not like I'm not trying. I am. It's just they reject me. They don't want me working at their facility. They don't want me working there. So I'm like, I get rejected at the workplace. I get rejected by friends. I get rejected by guys. It's like, you know, it weighs heavy on your soul. It really, really does. And that's why 90s Con, I would have loved to go because I would have had a day to myself and not think about this. But then all that shit happens. So it's hard. So I really want to see a therapist. And this is why I'm getting into talking about this. I really want to see a therapist. The last therapist I had her for like 5 years. I was really close with her. She was having trouble with people in her workplace, and she's moved to a different office. And then I literally went out of my way to travel further to go see her because I really wanted to support her. I really enjoyed talking to her. You know, when you talk to a therapist, you lay a whole, so you talk about everything, right? Because it's in confidence. So you feel comfortable, you trust them, you talk about everything from things you don't probably even say to your own closest friends, you know? There are things you just really just say to a therapist that you can't say to anyone else. So I grew really close to, she really knew everything about me, everything. And she scammed me out of $300 at the end, and I was really sad and upset about it. And at the time, she knew more than anyone, because I told her about my money issues and I didn't have the money for it, and she scammed me out of $300. And it really hurt me. So I never trusted a therapist again after that. So that's why I haven't really went to go see another therapist. But I really do want to go. I really, really do want to go. I want to try. A lot of therapists are virtually now, and I like to go in person because I feel like in person is more intimate. But a lot of them are virtual now after COVID, and I get it. But so if I find someone virtual, I'll find someone virtual. I just need someone to talk to because, again, I don't have anyone to talk to. I'm lonely every day. I don't have anyone. At workplace, I have no friends at work. I don't talk to anyone. Once I leave work, I don't talk to them again until I go to check into work the next time I have work. So it's kind of like I talk to no one. I have nobody, you know? I have no family, no friends. I have like one or two friends, but again, I don't see them, so it's like I really don't have anyone. I'm very, very lonely. I really am. And it gets to you because, you're born alone, but you're not supposed to, I don't know, you're not supposed to live your life alone. And I feel like I'm living my life alone. It's a sad thing. So I want to talk to a therapist to try to open up to them. And that's why I do these videos too, because I'm like, I like to open up and get things off my chest. By the way, I talk with my hands. I'm Italian. It's an Italian thing. I just want to let you know, for some reason, I cannot talk with my hands. I talk with my hands. It's an Italian thing. A lot of Italians talk with their hands. I can't just sit here and talk like this, right? I talk with my hands. So that's just what it is. But yeah, I'm lonely. I try to stay positive, but it is what it is. Life gets you down. But the important thing is not to let life keep you down. Okay? Life can knock you down, but you can't let it keep you down. The other thing I want to talk about is Mid-Century Modern, this new comedy that's on Hulu and Disney Plus. It's about it's like Golden Girls kind of thing where these three middle-aged men, friends, they live together with one of the guy's mothers, and she's much older. She's like in her 80s, and so she lives with these three gay guys, her son and his two friends, and it's like Palm Springs, like really beautiful house. And one of the guys is Matt Bomer. He's a gay actor, and then the other guy, I forgot his name, but he was the voice of Timon in Lion King. And then the other guy, I don't know. It was a black guy. I don't know. I'm not familiar with him at all. But they're all gay, of course, like in real life and in the show. And it's a funny show. They have 10 episodes. It's a sitcom. They do curse. I was kind of sure. They use the F word. I'm like, Jesus. Like, I never seen a sitcom curse like this. But yeah, I mean, but it's a fun sitcom. It's funny. I was laughing. It's funny. But something sad happened. So during the filming of the show, the older woman, the one that plays the mother, died in real life. She only completed 7 episodes of the show. She only completed 7 episodes. They did add some of her clips in to the 8th episode, so she can be in 8 episodes, but she really died after she finished filming the 7th episode. She died of lung cancer. So she was like 87 years old. And I loved her. She was one of my favorite characters. Like, she was so funny. She was loving and heartwarming, but she also had like this, rough exterior about her, but she was fun. And but she was like a softie in the inside, and it was really sad. And they had to write it into the story. They had to write her death into the story. So it's really like it comes out of the blue kind of thing. Because in the I think there's the 9th episode. She was fine in the last episode, and then she actually had a sad moment, and I think that's why they added her last clips in the 8th episode. She had like a sad moment where she sung at the piano, and like she had just lost a friend, and she was going through grievances, and she was like, am I gonna be the next? She literally said it. You can't write this. Like, it literally, one of the lines in her script and in the episode was, am I gonna be next? They didn't know she was gonna die. So in the 9th episode, they wrote her off. I think they said she had a heart attack or something, and it was really sad. Like, those tears they cried were real tears, because she really did die. So I don't know what they're gonna do. Now, normally gay shows like this don't last more than 2 seasons, right? This is a unique experience, right? Because she was a main cast member. She was one of the main cast members. So, and she brought a lot to the show. Now, what they could do is they could have like another woman come in, like one of the other mothers come in, right? Or maybe one of the other grandmothers or whatever, come in and play her part, or have her, have that older woman figure in the house like they wanted to do. But I do think it's gonna get canceled. I do. Most gay shows don't last more than 2 seasons anyways, and then this happened. I don't think it's gonna happen this season. I hope they do, because I think it's a funny show. But if they do, it's not gonna last longer than 2 or 3 seasons. Honestly, that's just the way the gay shows work. I've said this before. It is what it is. A lot of networks don't give gay shows a chance. Not only that, but a lot of people don't watch gay shows either. They boycott it or whatever. Because it's a gay sitcom, a lot of people don't want to see that on Disney Plus, or on Hulu. They don't want to see that. So they boycott the shows, and it is what it is. So, when there's a normal, or not normal, but like a straight TV show, right? all the straight people, there's no reason to boycott her. All the straight people watch it, even gay people watch it. But the gay sitcoms, a lot of straight people don't watch the gay sitcoms. Some do, but a lot don't. It is what it is. The majority of people in the world are straight, so majority of the shows are going to be straight based. They're not going to be gay shows. It is what it is. But the show is fun, and I hope they do have another season. I think it's a funny show. It definitely will be in my April favorites, 100%. It'll be in my April favorites. I think it was a fun show. There's 10 episodes. And yeah, definitely watch on Disney Plus and Hulu. But that's it. I'm going to get going. Oh my goodness, I was going on and on. I love sitting down just talking because, again, I don't have really many people to talk to, and it's nice to just sit down and just air out your grievances, right? Just like talk to somebody. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let me know your thoughts below on everything I talked about in the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.